Hey everyone, and welcome to Women Who Rock the Rich Center. It's the show where we highlight a female member of the Rich Center team. Today we are joined by Julia Rach. Miss Rock, let's rock. Tell us a little bit about your role and how many years you've worked at the Rich Center.
So I'm a behavior analyst in the middle school and high school classrooms and at St. Charles, our satellite location. I have been here for, it will be 12 years in August.
We have some real dedication to the center here with our staff. Why did you choose to bring your skills to the Rich Center, and was there something specific that drew you here?
Honestly, kind of a happy accident, I guess. I was in the ABA program here at YSU and was looking for a place to fulfill my practicum hours, and ended up my first semester here. I was volunteering actually in the preschool classroom downstairs. Rachel was actually one of the teachers in that classroom, and an opportunity to become an employee here came open the following beginning of the school year, and I took it and haven't looked back since, I guess.
Well, I'm glad you're here with us, Julia. You're a great addition to this staff. What has been your favorite memory or moment at the Rich Center, and why?
Honestly, I'm going to probably give you an answer you're not going to love here, but I don't know that I could pinpoint just any one memory. I mean, I've made friends here that, I think I will be friends with for a long time. I've met families who have impacted me. Students have had successes and again, it's just time and time again. I don't know that I could pick one that, really encapsulates my time here, but there have just been so many things that have.
That's been a real common answer too, is that when somebody shows up here and they spend a number of years working at the Rich Center, like your colleagues, your coworkers really start to become a type of family to you.
For sure.
So you guys bond and you get close, and we're all in the trenches together, and there is that bond. It's familial. What is something you'd like to tell people about autism who aren't familiar with autism spectrum disorder?
Oh, something I would tell people about autism. I think that a lot of times, I know the perspective that I take when I come to work every day is that, all of our students are people first who just happen to have autism. And a lot of times the best thing we can do for them is treat them no differently than we would anybody else. So that's probably what I would have to say.
Everybody's their own individual.
Yeah.
How can we increase awareness of what autism is and how it affects individuals diagnosed with autism and their families? This would really help me out in my line of work here. So what are some ideas or thoughts that you have on that?
I think, one of the things that I think in terms of letting people know about what autism is and all those things is just talking about it. I know I have two young ones, so even right now I talk to them about, I don't want them to have an experience with somebody who has autism and that be their first experience hearing about it. I want them to know from me, having done what I do, kind of the things that I know about autism so that they can be aware too, if they meet somebody, how they maybe could help,
it makes perfect sense. With the latest CDC numbers right now showing 1 in 36 kids being diagnosed, like chances are, you're going to come across somebody in your life that's diagnosed with autism. So it's good to, I guess, just start to create that.
I think just having conversations. Yeah.
So great answer, Julia. Do you have a Rich Center success story featuring a classroom that you worked with or a specific student that you'd like to share with us?
A success story. Like I said, in terms of like the memory, we have so many successes. We have successes every day. Specifically, I don't know.
What are some of those, like maybe they don't seem like a major accomplishment, but you mentioned like we have successes every day. Like what are some of those little things that you might see on a day-to-day basis that stand out that are important to grow?
A student, using their device appropriately, verbalizing something that we've never heard them verbalize before. I previously worked a lot in the younger grades. Every time you potty train a kid, that's the greatest success in the world. It's a really happy, fun thing. I know there's a lot of students who we've worked on introducing new food. So anytime you can get a student to try something new and they really like it, that's a success. There's just so many little things that, add up to all these big successes,
right.
not just for us, but for our students.
Small steps
and our families
to make one big leap.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into a couple fun questions now. As you know, we have Rock the Rich Center happening in May, and both performers are women who literally rock.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a favorite female musician of your own you'd like to tell us about?
I don't know that I would say I have a favorite. I have a couple favorites, I
Who
guess.
Are they? Who are they?
I like Casey Musgraves.
Okay.
Tracy Chapman.
Nice.
Pink.
Ooh,
and
Pink
maybe and Dolly Parton. I
love Dolly
yes,
Parton. Dolly, absolutely.
Yeah. So,
do you have a favorite song? It doesn't necessarily have to be by any of the ones that you just mentioned, and it doesn't even have to be by a female artist. But is there a song that like has been your favorite like throughout your whole life, or one that you're just jamming to right now?
Maybe not a favorite throughout my whole life. I do like the song "Here You Come Again" by Dolly Parton. It's also been covered by Casey Musgraves, so I like that. I like "Give Me One Reason" by Tracy Chapman. That's my first favorite Tracy Chapman song. So that's probably one of my longest favorites.
That's what's on Julia's mixtape right now. And let's talk about concerts for a second. I mean, we're throwing a concert. I don't know if you've attended one recently, but what has been your favorite concert experience, and why was it?
So I think I would say I went to a Zac Brown Band concert here at Stambaugh Stadium, actually, and my mom and dad were there, my brother, a couple of my friends from high school, my husband, and I was largely pregnant with my son, so like all my favorite people at the time all in one place. Yeah. And, no, he went to an Eric Church concert too, but just I remember that concert. I mean, it was cool because it was on like my college campus where I went to school, where I worked, but also like kind of all my favorite people at the time all in one place. So
nice.
I guess that would be one of my most memorable concerts.
So I think that's all of like my hard-hitting questions for you. This last one just sort of open-ended. I mean, is there anything you'd like to add about the Rich Center, autism spectrum disorder, community involvement and awareness? Anything that I haven't asked you that you think is important for people to know watching this?
No, I mean, like I said, I just think having conversations, talking about, what we do here and how we can help those on the autism spectrum. And I mean, if there's anybody on campus who wants to come check us out, for sure. I mean, I know we've had so many great experiences with student workers and things like that. So I think we're always welcome for guests to come and see what we do. Well, Julia, thanks for spending a couple minutes with us today. Thanks for everything you do for the Rich Center for Autism at YSU. And Julia, thank you.